Alright, this video covers the Special Segments worksheet. We're going to cover just the first 6 questions in this video. Question number 1, we're looking for the segment X. The way this works is we have to use the rule that when two lines are crossing each other inside a circle, that the product of the two blue segments is equal to the product of the two red segments. So this first blue segment is 18 and the other segment is X. So 18 times X is equal to 16 times 27. So that's going to be our first equation here. 18 times X equals 16 times 27. 16 times 27 is 432. Then to solve for X, we'd have to divide by 18 on both sides. So X is equal to 432 divided by 18, which gives us 24. Question number 2, we'll use the same rule because we have two lines that are crossing each other inside the circle. So the product of the two red segments is equal to the product of the two blue segments. That means 6 times X is equal to 8 times 9. That's our first equation. 6 times X equals 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is 72. And then X would be 72 divided by 6. So X is 12. Now you'll notice in number 3 that we have a different situation. We have these two lines and they are not crossing each other inside the circle, but they actually intersect outside of the circle. So that requires a different rule. And here's the rule. The rule is that one outside segment times the whole segment is equal to the other outside segment times the whole segment. So I kind of color-coded this. The outside segment here is 7, and the whole segment is the blue, which would be 7 plus X. The other outside segment over here is 9, and the whole segment would be 9 plus 5, which makes 14. So let's go back up here and use the rule. Outside, it's 7, times the whole piece, that whole line, which is 7 plus X. So 7 times 7 plus X equals the other outside segment, which is 9, multiplied by the whole piece, the whole segment. That's 9 plus 5. That makes 14. So here's our first equation. 7 times 7 plus X equals 9 times 14. 9 times 14 is 126. Now on this side, you have to multiply the 7 times 7 and also 7 times X. 7 times 7 is 49, and 7 times X is 7X. So 49 plus 7X equals 126. We'll have to subtract 49 from both sides. So now we have 7X is equal to 126 minus 49. 126 minus 49 is 77. So 7 times X equals 77. We'll have to divide by 7 on both sides. So X is 77 divided by 7, which is 11. Okay, for number 4, you're looking for X. We still have the same situation as number 3, where we have two lines that are intersecting outside the circle. So we use the rule that says outside times the whole equals the outside times the whole. The outside piece here is 8, and then the whole piece would be 8 plus the X. So that's 8 times 8 plus X. And that's equal to the other outside piece, which is 9, times the whole piece, which would be 9 plus 7. That makes 16. So here's our first equation. Is outside times whole. 8 times 8 plus X equals the other outside times whole. That's 9 times 16. 9 times 16 is 144. On the left side, you have to multiply 8 times 8, and that's 64. And then also 8 times the X, and that's 8X. We'll have to subtract 64 on both sides, so 8x is 144 minus 64, which gives us the 80. So 8 times x is equal to 80. So x is going to be 80 divided by 8. And that gives us 10. So x is equal to 10. Number 5. It's very similar to numbers 3 and 4, but a little bit different. We have outside piece and we have the whole piece. So we have two lines that are intersecting each other outside the circle. So we really can use the same rule. Outside times whole equals outside times whole. The outside piece here is 27, and the whole piece would be 27 plus x. So that's the left side of the equation. 27 times 27 plus x. On the other side, we have outside piece, which is 45, but the whole piece is also 45. So outside times whole would be outside is 45, and the whole piece is also 45, so that's 45 times 45. All right, let's solve this. 45 times 45 is 2,025. And then on the left side, you're multiplying 27 times 27, which makes 729. And also, you have to multiply 27 times x, and that's 27x. We'll have to subtract 729 from both sides, and we get 27 times x equals 2,025 minus 729. And that makes 1296 when you subtract those two numbers. Now you'll have to divide by 27 on both sides. So x is 1296 divided by 27, and that means x is going to be 48. And here's number 6. We're looking for the segment x. We can use the same rule because you have two lines intersecting each other outside the circle. So the rule again is outside times the whole equals the other outside times whole. The outside piece over here is 27, and the whole piece is 27 plus the x. So that would be the left side of the equation. On the right side of the equation, you have outside piece is 36, and the whole piece is also 36. So that would be 36 times 36. Let's solve it. So you'll multiply 27 times 27 is 729, and 27 times x is 27x. And that's equal to 36 times 36, and that makes 1296. Now you'll subtract 729 from both sides. So 27x is 1296 minus 729, which gives us 567. Now we'll divide by 27 on both sides. So x is 567 divided by 27. That means x is 21.